Today, let's talk about third-person pronouns. Remember, third person refers to anyone or anything that isn't in the conversation. Since the third person can refer to anyone or anything that isn't in the conversation, third-person personal pronouns can be masculine, feminine, or neuter. Just like in English, Latin is also going to have different forms for each of the different genders. So here are all of our different forms for third-person personal pronouns in Latin. On the far left, we have the masculine. In the middle, we have the feminine. And on the far right, we have the neuter. At first, this might seem like an overwhelmingly large amount of new forms to memorize. But the good news is that our endings are exactly the same as first and second declension adjectives. Let's take a look. Our plural forms are exactly the same as our first and second declension adjectives. We just have a much shorter stem, an E. In the singular, the accusative and ablative follow the same rules as first and second declension adjectives. The only one that looks a little bit different is id, but that's because it needs to match the nominative. Speaking of the nominative, we don't need to memorize is, ea, id either, because those are the forms we use to identify the third-person pronouns in the first place. That leaves only two exceptions, the genitive singular and the dative singular. Fortunately, they're the same in all three genders. So when it comes to memorizing your third-person personal pronouns, there are really only two things you need to memorize, eius and ei. For more Latin YouTube videos, like and subscribe.